MLA ka Voice of the People's Party na nongkrem uba Ardent Mila Basaymoj habawan ra ya ka cingkeli banrap ulah keno bak sorkar kalasiu da kilak tengka ya ki konsultan lani kita kinong ai cingmut ya ka sorkar Jylla bat siew tang daki hajar tengka ya ki samla Trai Jylla watlah jila trisitom ya ka ba menteri rangba ulah pensyai bak kurkom siew jeng siew kadai ke basai bha ka cingkeli bangi siew bon ya ki breu ki banabar bat siew duna ya ki samla shenrang bat kenthai jengi pat kami setia namarkane kamdai karukom trekam jengi penpainia ukonrat ya uba Ardent Mila Basaymoj ukonrat sangma ulah pentipru baka calam mikhalaya kadai ke banengkong banbu ya ka cing terwa ya ka project utility more basispa life alklol tengka ban pentip ya ka nika more ensap penyai daki samla jong ke Jylla pentip syuru bagi kam kibalayat menta ban pentibit ya kesap terekam jong kisamla shenrang bekentei ke Jylla bakin tre ya kam konsultan bat nalol kane menteri rangba ulaong bakane ke kam don cingkta setia ya ka platengka jong ka sorkar Jylla na ba tang 10% na ka dol jong ka project la siu sha ki konsultan.
I know from the Honorable Chief Minister, as per his reply A, two types of consultants. One is individual consultant and the other is consultancy firm. So may I know what is the type of service that individual consultant is supposed to carry and the type of service that the consultancy firm is supposed to carry, sir?
So all of this depends on project to project basis. So depending on the project and the scope of the work, different kind of expertise are required. For example, sir, sometimes in a particular project, we only require accounting experts. We only require some financial experts. So at that point in time, we don't go for a firm. We go for individuals who then can at individual capacity support the complicated accounting works that need to be done. Sometimes, sir, we just need an expert who is there in terms of, say, the social impact assessment, the environmental impact assessment. So in those cases, we go for, again, individuals who are there who can manage. So any work that doesn't require us to go for larger firms, there, sir, we go for individual consultants. Then we have projects where, sir, we need a PMC, a project management consultant. For that, sir, everything from hand-holding from the point of preparing the DPR to actually helping in the designing of the project, the architectural design, to actually then help on implementing it. So in those complex areas where multiple tasks and multiple expertise are required, there we get the firms, and all these firms and processes are done through proper tendering process also, sir. So there's a procedure to also select these, and that is the kind of work that is done by individual and firms consultants.
So, may I know from the Honorable Chief Minister whether the government is employing locals to support these consultants appointed by the government?
Yes, sir. As I have replied earlier, our target and our goal is to... You want to ask something?
No, you carry on.
Our goal and our target is to ensure that 100% of this work that is there, we bring in and we try to bring our own people so that the employment generation is there. But as I said, sir, there's a window. We cannot compromise on the larger goal of getting the expertise in terms of the work that is to be done to enable us to then finally get the project. Because the goal is to get the project which will then benefit the economy and the youth at large. And I mentioned, sir, in the beginning, hardly 2-3% of our local boys and girls were in these firms, in these groups and individuals, because we were not able to get the kind of level of expertise that was required. But slowly, as we have moved along in the past years, the number has now almost touching 30%. And we will do our best to ensure that it goes to 50%, 60%, and we'll keep training our boys and girls, because that's really what we would want. We would like to see that our boys and all girls also are able to then work at this highest level and compete with global as well as national competitions.
Sir, why I'm asking this question, this is not the first time that our Honorable Chief Minister has explained on the need to have consultants. But sir, the question here is, why do we need to have consultants? When the service of our boys and girls can be taken along with those consultants, because it is through the hard work, the struggle of our local boys. These consultants, they are just instructing, but the struggle and hard works are being carried out by our local boys. So the government is paying lakhs. We were told that the government were paying lakhs of rupees to these consultants, and thousands only to our boys who are struggling and work hard to get the work done. So it shows that our local boys can carry out the work, can be engaged, and instead of engaging these consultants from outside the state, why don't the government make use of our boys who are competent enough to prepare the project? Of course, we understand that we need a network where we need someone to be there in Delhi to negotiate and maneuver the entire scheme. But the service of our boys, the credit I feel should not go to these consultants, because we are told that it is the struggle and the hard work of our boys. And the payment that are being given to our local boys is very small comparing to the payment given to the consultants. So that is the question, why do we need to have consultants from outside the state when we have our own boys who are competent enough to prepare the project?
Sir, as I mentioned, number one, we have seen that there was a time when there were hardly any of our boys and girls who were part of this consultancy work. In the beginning, when we started off, very aggressively to move towards large projects. And in a matter of 7 years now, 30% of the workforce within the consultancy group are our local boys and girls. So we are clearly seeing the trend and the government's objective being achieved of ensuring that we bring in our local boys and girls into it. And slowly and steadily, we train them to bring up their expertise so that they can become more and more involved in this kind of work. Number one, so the trend is there, it is happening, and we will continue to work towards it. That is a commitment of this government, to ensure that we are able to create the different opportunities for our young boys and girls. So regarding the point where if a capacity of our boys and girls is there, why aren't we giving, sir? So that is not true. Wherever the capacity is there, qualification and capacity are two different aspects, sir. We have a lot of qualified people, but we need to create that capacity to be able to prepare those kind of different levels and of documents and DPRs and other technical aspects which are there. And that is where we are ensuring that wherever our boys and girls are capable, sir, we are giving an opportunity. The entire system of payments, sir, is completely transparent. So therefore, the question of selecting and giving less to our boys and girls and giving more to outsiders does not arise. Everything is based on the activity or the work that is being done. So therefore, while our boys and girls are working, we are getting many of them. So many of the groups you will see, there are a large number who are there, and we will continue, as I said, to train them. So the question of ensuring or paying less to our people and paying more to others, so does not arise. That's not the way things work. Everything is very transparent and based on the position and the responsibility that one works on. The payments and the salaries are there, whether you're from outside or whether you're from here. That is how it is. And so, as I said, it is our endeavor to ensure that more and more of our people are involved in these projects. But as I said, at the same time, as a government, I am looking also at the larger picture of being able to attract investment into our state in a time-bound manner, competing with large organizations and states. So you will be again happy to know that when the Unity Mall project, which is funded by Government of India, a 132 crore project, when this project came and the proposals had to be put up, Meghalaya was the first state to put up the proposal, and one of the first, I think there were 3 of them, who was the money was sanctioned, and we were the first. Some of them have not even received the funds till now. So that is how this 132 crores project came in. When this Unity Mall comes up, the shops that are going to be there are all going to be run by our local boys and girls, and therefore that economic opportunity also has to be seen, sir. So we cannot miss out on these funds. In the SASKI fund that we have, the money that is there available today, the normative allotment, last year was 720 crores. Meghalaya managed to get 1,500 crores. That means double the amount of our normative allotment. This year the normative allotment is 1,400 crores. We are going to touch 2,500 crores in terms of the sanction that is there. And this is happening, sir, because our documentation, because of the different paperwork that we're doing is at that level. And with this money will be pumped in for who, sir? For our people, to create the jobs. So there are certain things where we need to ensure that the quality of the work needs to be at the top level, and we have to work towards ensuring that the best is put in there, and we are working towards ensuring that our boys and girls are trained on the job. And as I said, in the starting there were hardly 1 or 2% locally. Today, keeping that objective in mind, we have managed to increase it to close to 30%, about 26, 28%, close to 30%, and we will continue to work to ensure that more and more. And I urge our youngsters also that these are opportunities that are there. Please train yourself, please work, please be dedicated on this whole thing so that we can work together, and we are there to handhold you, we are there to guide you, we are there to train you, and we'll be very happy to see that our boys and girls also are there competing at the top level in the country and in the world. So therefore the suggestion is very good, sir. We're taking the suggestion, we're moving forward. We'll ensure, sir, that more and more of our boys and girls get more and more opportunity even in this area of consultancy.